The butterfly effect is a concept where a bunch of events happen because of the first decision that you made. When you took a risk, causing an upward spiral of events. I was always the kid who never took any risks, always chose the same thing on the menu, always took the safe option, making me kind of boring. So recently I've been trying to combat this, take some more risks, be a bit more exciting, get some actual life experience. So 7 months ago, when I got presented with the opportunity to run in my first 10k run, I said yes, not knowing where it was going to take me. Hello, my name is Seth Lloyd. I'm a creative athlete and I'm leaving school in 2 months, not going to uni, but still trying to become successful. And I'm documenting the whole process right here on this YouTube channel. So subscribe and join us. In this video, I'm going to tell you the story of how I became a runner, how I got better at running, longer distances, faster distances, and achieved all of that using the upward spiral technique, and teaching you how to do the same. So before all of this started, I just wanted to change. I needed something different in my life. I was getting complacent, wasn't really challenging myself. I was getting lazy and losing focus. So I needed something to bring me back. And then I get the opportunity to do a 10k beach run down at West Wittering. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. What a cool idea. Like, yeah, I'll go for that. So I jumped at it with the goal of getting a sub 60 10k run. So this is when I started running seriously. With no clue what to do, I just ended up doing like random 5k sprint runs, like as fast as I could, and then 3k slow kind of stuff. Like, it was totally random. I had no structure to what I was doing, so I was just literally going off of the only thing which I knew, which was 5k runs, and it sucked. No runner's high, no great distances, just a lot of soreness and a lot of sweat. So when I was like getting closer to the race, I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to finish the 10k, let alone finish it in sub 60 minutes. So it got to the day of the run. I was really nervous. We drove down there. The weather was awful on this day. It was like obviously right on the coast. It was so windy. The rain was coming in literally horizontally from the beach. It was insane. The fog was nuts as well. I could barely see like 100 meters in front of me. But I ended up running it in 52 minutes and winning my age group. I was gassed and literally so surprised. Like, I was just so shocked. I didn't even think I was going to finish this. I smashed my goal and won my age group, and this is where the upward spiral began. Then I got home and I was talking to my dad, and he mentioned the G3, which is something that I've known for years because my brother and my dad have done this in my family quite often. The G3 is 3 trail runs in January, February and March, 8 AM start around the Surrey Hills, 10k in distance and around 400 meters of elevation per race. Because I was still high from my run, I just said yes and hadn't really thought about it. And then I realised I had to train proper and I had to learn something, but I didn't know where to look. One day, I think I was watching a 247 Represent video. They do really good little vlogs, and they were talking about a run I think they were going on in LA, and they mentioned this word and it literally changed everything for me. Long run. And I was like, it was so simple. It just hit me and I was like, fuck, long run. Long distances, slow pace, builds your anaerobic base, builds confidence as well. You're getting used to these longer distances. And I was like, well, that's it. That's literally it. That's crazy. I've cracked the code. I finished this beach race in November, and my first G3 was the second week of January. I had about 2 months of just relentless training. I ran at least 15k a week, which for me was a huge distance. Doing one longer run and then one shorter run a week. And it was changing everything. I was making progress. It was incredible. Just going at like a 5-minute 30 pace, going for long distances. It was incredible. Like, this concept of the long run just changed everything for me. Eventually came the first G3. Woke up early, all cool, drove over there. We arrived, we set off, we run, and then we left. Not too bad, right? Training was cool, didn't feel too bad. It was good, it was a good start. I was definitely really nervous going into it. I slowed down. I probably could have gone faster because I was apprehensive about whether I was going to be alright doing a trail run. The first beach run was totally flat, no elevation at all. It was like very easy to do my first 10k. Anyway, 3 weeks more of training, and then the next one arrived, the second G3. Once again, woke up early, drove over there, got ready, got the race numbers on, ready to go, ready to set off. And today I was just feeling ready. I'd locked in so many miles, I'd done so many 10Ks, I put in so much time, I'd learned from these mentors, people online, Nick Bear, George Heaton, my family as well, teaching me running, learning how to run. And it was time. I felt that day was the day. And we set off, feeling great, started off running. I did a quick start, get to the front of the pack, and then just tried to maintain that as long as I possibly could. I ended up setting my PB in the 10K. On a trail run of all things, with all the hills and everything. 48 minutes and 42 seconds. I was absolutely gassed. Just to clarify, that wasn't my finish time. The trail run was a little bit over 10k. That's just how trail runs are. But I was fucking gassed. Like, I got a PB on a trail run. Literally, like, that was insane for me. Like, sub 50. Like, just a couple months ago, I was trying to go for sub 60. And just a couple more months before that, I couldn't even run 5k, let alone 10k. I ended up coming 7th overall in that race out of like 150 runners. And I was at the finish line with the winners, chatting about the run, the course, other runs which we'd done. I realised something. Yeah, I'd achieved my PB, but what I'd really achieved was an identity shift. I'd become a runner. I was chatting to all these other runners as if I was one of them, and it was then when I realised I am a runner. I know a lot about running. I've done a lot of experience now. I'd become a new version of myself. I developed that weightlifting, bodybuilder identity a while ago, but now I had developed the runner side of me as well. And that's honestly, when I tell you this, like, when I tell you that I never thought I'd be a runner, I literally played out like interviews in my mind, like when I thought I'd be famous in the future, and they'd ask me questions like, oh, so you never got into running, like randomly? And I'd be like, nah, I always knew since I was a kid, like, running was never for me. I had this fucking mental picture of me doing this since I was like 15. Like, I'd written it off. Like, I was never a runner. When I got in the gym, I was like, yeah, no, cardio kills gains. Woo, like, don't run, yeah. Like, and then suddenly I'd just become a runner. And it felt so good because just one decision I made at the start to just choose to do this like random 10k beach run and then get training for it because I didn't want to like suffer throughout the whole thing, just started this upward spiral. It changed everything in my life. I had become a runner and I'd learned that anything was possible. And it sounds corny as fuck, I know, but it's true. Like, it's actually crazy, and I'm so like grateful that kind of happened to me. These things, this butterfly effect has happened. I feel like it kind of meant to happen. But anyway, now I'm going to teach you how you can start that upward spiral in your life. Reap the rewards and benefits that you're going for. It's simple. It starts with trying something new, exiting your comfort zone. Maybe trying something you've always kind of wanted to try, just going out and trying it. Speak to someone, sign up for a competition, do a new style of training, go somewhere. I don't know. Whatever it is, if it's interesting to you, go and do it. I remember having a thought a couple months ago before I even signed up for the run, that I thought it'd be so sick to be like a long distance runner who could just like go on like expedition runs and just run for so long. Like, oh, just like run over the hills with the backpack on, you know, stop and have some lunch, then carry on running. So I knew subconsciously that was like, there was a goal there for me, that I kind of wanted to achieve that. I wanted to become that type of runner, type of guy. So try and discover that in you. There's probably a goal somewhere that you want to do something. So look for that and try and take a step that's in that direction. If you don't have that, try fucking anything. You'll learn about yourself. You'll learn if you liked it or you didn't like it, and it'll give you a direction of which to go in. After that, try it. Put yourself outside your comfort zone. Learn about it, alright? You gotta learn about it. Form like a new comfort zone around that thing, and then exit it again. These are gonna be like the spiral. These are gonna be the events. Forming of new comfort zones after like going through different trials and tribulations of this thing. And then sticking with that. Being consistent with it. Time is the greatest multiplier. You stick with it over a long period of time and everything will change. And then my final tip for you is try. Alright, put in effort. It's so easy to fail and justify it because you didn't try. I know from experience, it's hard to try your best at something and still fail. It feels so shit, you feel like a failure. But honestly, that's the thing that makes you a winner. Only winners put in all their effort and try and still fail, because eventually they'll get to it. People will tell you it's going to fail and they'll be right 99% of the time until the one time that you win. You only have to be right one time. So keep trying with it. Keep trying new things, developing yourself, putting yourself outside your comfort zone and striving for new challenges. Push your limits. Don't go absolutely crazy and just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to fucking climb Everest in a month. That's stupid in my opinion. Do the goals, like say I'm going to climb Everest in 2 years, and then like do the first things that I'm going to climb a smaller mountain like Snowdon or something like that, and then like get there slowly. So do hard things, but do them sensibly and learn about it so you can do it kind of properly. But also do it your way. Just try things. You'll be shocked of what could happen. Thank you for watching this video. This is the story of how I finally became a runner. I hope you've enjoyed. We're out here motivating the doers. Subscribe to this channel as we're trying to make something of ourselves in this world. Join along the journey. Like and comment any questions you've got. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.